We need like a computer whiz, like one of them Facebook boys. I know everything there is to know about computers, okay? Do you? All the Twitters, I know them. Welcome back to Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest, and we are reviewing Logan Lucky from 2017. Buckle up.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You certain?
No.
This is gonna be good.
Seen that? Seen what? I need you to focus here. This woman needs containing.
How goes it? Now there are no ones. How do you think it's going?
That looks like it hurt.
Hopefully you'll have beginner's luck getting it into first.
A little intense for the kids, ain't it? No, they love it.
Sugar plus potassium chlorate.
It's very complex.
Let's blow this thing.
Joining me today are recurring guest Colin Taylor. Always happy to have him on the pod. The description for Logan Lucky is two brothers attempt to pull off a heist during a NASCAR race in North Carolina. Starring Channing Tatum, Adam Driver, Daniel Craig, Katie Holmes, Seth MacFarlane, Hilary Swank. But FYI, Hilary Swank's, spoiler alert, her character doesn't appear in the film until 1 hour and 33 minutes into the movie, so not really in it that long. Directed by Steven Soderbergh, runtime 1 hour and 58 minutes, rated PG-13. I always love this, the genre on Rotten Tomatoes. This one, they call it a drama, comedy, and then just crime. I don't know. It's just a crime movie. Rating from IMDb is 7 out of 10. And Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 92% from critics and 76% from the rest of us. Box office haul, $48.5 million with a production budget of over $29 million. Right now where you can watch this is on Amazon Prime if you have an account. And also, this is constantly reappearing on the pod, is Canopy. So if you have a library card, you can just pop it in, sign up for an account, and you can watch it for free. It's basically like checking out things from the library. You get 3 days to watch it, and you can watch it as much as you want during those 3 days. But yeah, anyway, there you can check it out. So some popcorn trivia for you. This is really interesting. The film was distributed by cutting out the studios in order to have creative control and make money directly from the film itself. Accordingly, for this atypical distribution, Soderbergh raised the budget by selling off foreign distribution rights and then sold everything except the movie showing up in a movie theater in order to pay for advertising and prints of the movie. For example, selling post-theatrical rights to the likes of HBO, Netflix, VOD, television, and airplanes. By following these two steps, Soderbergh was able to sidestep a Hollywood studio and had creative control the entire time. For instance, the trailers that dropped earlier that summer were by his design, as was the poster and the entire marketing plan. Also, according to Soderbergh, under this setup, the box office bar for success is lower, with nearly everything prepaid and no hefty distributor fees coming off the top. Even a modest $15 million opening would be a win. That's pretty crazy. Props to Soderbergh. This was the first movie directed by Soderbergh since announcing his retirement from film. The last film was Behind the Candelabra in 2013. And I looked this up, and he's still making movies, so I don't understand why. Maybe he just pulled a Jordan and decided to retire and then came back, and then maybe he's going to retire again. Who knows? The ring worn by Adam Driver was the same ring worn by Raylan Gibbons, Timothy Oliphant in Justified from 2010. I really like that show, so it was kind of cool that is a thing. Some casting what ifs: Michael Shannon and Matt Damon were originally part of the cast, but both dropped out due to scheduling conflicts. Katherine Heigl was originally cast, but then dropped out due to pregnancy. She was then replaced by Katie Holmes. I think that was, no hate on Heigl, but I think Katie Holmes did a really good job. So, Adam Driver and Daniel Craig also appeared together in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Driver played antagonist Kylo Ren, and Craig played a stormtrooper, if you didn't know that, which is kind of funny. Adam Driver kicks Daniel Craig down a garbage chute, then jumps down after him. Driver and Craig appeared in the Star Wars saga, in which Driver's father, Han Solo, does the same thing to Chewbacca. See how that all comes around? Thanks, Star Wars. So I only had one beef with this movie, and this was something that I read, and I kind of agree with it, and we actually joke about it in this review, but the only plausible scenario where Joe's explosive formula would generate potassium chlorate would be if the sodium hypochlorite simultaneously undergoes oxidation and reduction. Did you get all that? Such a reaction would happen quite slowly in a solution of commercial bleach. The reaction would have to accelerate more rapidly to get the desired results. Potassium chloride, one of his ingredients, would actually be a likely product of this reaction. So, I'm not a chemist, so I guess maybe it's not that big of a beef. That's fine. Your formula can be not correct. Go ahead, Daniel Craig. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Welcome back to another episode of the Popcorn Priest and Cold Brain Rat Brains. Is that how we say it?
Brain Rat Brains? That's pretty good.
Brain Rat Brains.
You came up with that.
No,
Taylor.
that wasn't me. I said 24 frames. Brain Rat's better, though.
Or maybe it was you.
I think I said 24 frame Brains, but
you said Brain Rat Brains.
No, I said 24 frames.
Oh, and then you said Brain Rat Brains.
Brain Rat Brains is better, though.
I like 24 frame Brains.
I like the alliteration of Brain Rat Brains.
I do as well. That's maybe why I like that. And then you were a Noble Gas. What was that?
No. Was I the Xenon?
I like intermittent Brains. Because I like that better. No one knows what the intermittent is, but I like that. But that tends to describe my personality as well as the projector part that pulls the film through. So I like intermittent Brains.
And also because you fall asleep sometimes during the films. But not now, because you'll get good sleep.
You're so well rested.
With your new job.
It's so awesome.
Has your blood pressure come down to normal values?
Well, that's the thing. Now I got to figure out which medical plan I'm going through.
So you're probably just like the pinnacle of human health right now.
I wouldn't say that, but...
Well, we just screened Lucky Logan, directed by...
Is it Logan Lucky or Lucky Logan?
I don't know.
See, that's the thing.
That was Logan Lucky.
Logan Lucky, maybe? Anyway, it's directed by Steven Soderbergh. I don't have a description because I turned off the TV and I also turned off my phone. Because
Logan Lucky, 2017, Steven Soderbergh.
Basically, Channing Tatum, in desperate need of money, decides
We'll see if your internet usage causes the...
No, this was already opened.
Interruption.
It was already opened.
Oh,
I'm still in airplane mode.
Oh, nice. You guys are very considerate of the recording.
Channing Tatum enlists the help of his one-armed brother and Daniel Craig in order to rob a racetrack for easy. It's basically the NASCAR version of the redneck NASCAR version of Ocean's 11.
We'll say the redneck. It's redneck Ocean 11s. Very much like instead of a casino, it's a raceway.
And what was the other film we were talking about? The
Lady Killers, which is mostly because of the southern setting.
Yeah, it's kind of the same.
It felt a lot like
There's
that.
tunneling. It's like,
Yeah,
learning to tunnel in French Indochina.
But it is missing the charm of Tom Hanks and his southern accent and mustache.
Oh, that was so good.
Him and his common law wife. IBS. The IBS Society.
And his mustache was so good. Anyway, that's not the movie we watched, but...
J.K. Simmons in that movie.
So it is Logan Lucky.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I liked it, but I had problems. I had only a couple of minor problems.
Chris had trouble suspending disbelief
it
for a
was
few
light.
months.
Like, it wasn't the best. I thought it was... Maybe it's just I wasn't paying close attention. It was confusing in some spots.
Yeah.
No, what were you confused about?
The ending. Not like the part before where it was like there was money that they got. Just wasn't clear.
It took a little while to get to the ending.
Yeah, like after the climax of what you would think was the climax of the film.
It could have tightened that up a bit.
There was an ending on top of an ending, basically, but...
Yeah, but I felt like there was a gap right before they started explaining everything of what really happened at the end instead of your...
Yeah, because it kind of did with the thing that like Ocean's 11 does it too. Like where it's cuts to them and you see that the SWAT guys were the and it has kind of a moment like
Clooney.
Yeah, that was actually like just all of them essentially, because it kind of has that moment, but it takes a while to get to it and it's not that clear.
Like Ocean's 11 was like a nice pace.
The script could have used a little bit of a polish, but it was still...
I'd say the plotting more than the script. The script's really funny.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah, the writing was good.
Yeah, it's like...
But I mean the overall plot structure. Like, it could have used a polish as to how the resolution... the third act.
There's some...
But Daniel Craig does make the movie, especially...
Oh, man.
Did you like his accent? Was it okay?
I liked his character. It didn't stand out to me as exceptional.
It didn't bother me at all. I just thought it made it funnier just for him because you could tell he was really trying.
He was trying. Yeah.
Oh man, that whole bit with the bomb is so funny.
I can't remember the last time I've laughed out loud. It's something so simple when
potassium perchlorate. Oh man, that whole bit is so good.
Not even that, just his mistake that he realizes before not to give anything away, but that was one of the best jokes I've ever heard.
Yeah, the movie's really funny. I would say it's like Adam Driver's great in it.
And I hate Adam Driver for some reason. Like, I can't stand Adam Driver, but in this movie, he was actually funny.
I kind of am on your side with that.
He seems the same in every show. Everything I see Adam Driver in, it seems like he has the same personality. Whereas this one, he actually seems like...
What else have you seen him in?
He's in Girls. He's in When We Were Young or While We're Young, something with Ben Stiller and Naomi Watts.
Obviously, he's in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, the other movie I saw with him was Midnight Special, and I thought he was good in that.
He was okay in that, but he wasn't really in it that much.
No.
He was only like cameos.
He's also in Inside Llewellyn Davis, where he's the outer space guy singing during the Hamish Kennedy bit.
That's right.
No.
That's right.
It's like,
it's just, there's something about him. I don't know what it is, but he just kind of... It's like he's the same in every show. It's like everything I watch him in, he just kind of has the same.
I thought he was different in this.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why this movie, I liked him in this show for some reason because he just seems like he's actually being himself rather than trying to...
I hope he's not this way.
Like, I mean, or maybe it's just that he just really annoys me in Star Wars because he's so over the top, trying so hard to be this, this new Darth Vader.
I like him in Star Wars.
See, and that's the thing.
Well, I like that character just in general.
But
I like his pectorals in Star Wars.
Ben Swallow.
But I mean, a lot of strange cameos. I mean, the cast was really random. I mean, Seth MacFarlane showing up is...
Hilary Swank's cameo struck me as more bizarre than Seth MacFarlane's cameo.
Yeah, that was...
Well, that's the thing. Well, either one, I mean, was strange because it's like... Or Katie Holmes, or even...
Katie Holmes was
Catherine
odd.
Waterston. I mean,
I don't know who she is.
She's only in it twice. That's... the lady with the short hair that runs the medical bus.
I think it's just the way that Soderbergh makes movies, man.
But it's
Remember
it's
that
just
Haywire movie? Like Antonio Banderas was in it.
It's true. And then what's
that was weird.
Yeah, that one was weird.
But what's his bucket in it? The
whole bunch. Ewan McGregor was in it.
Fassbender? Wasn't Fassbender in it?
I think so. There was 1,000 people in that movie, and it was like this weird action movie.
I suppose I don't know. I guess it's just people wanting to be in the show.
Yeah,
so
it makes you wonder. Like maybe just like I don't know.
Like I'll come hang out. I'll come work for 2 days.
He must have some kind of like,
but it's
charismatic charm.
Yeah, you think?
But I mean, in theory, look at Wes Anderson. Where it's just random cameos all over the place. I guess it's just people.
I wonder
wanting
what
to be in
that's
the
like.
show.
I wonder if they're just like really fun to work with. Like, there's got to be something.
It's got to be. It's it just must be they get along. So it's like, hey, you want to come? Be in my show. Well, more of a comedy than a crime caper, if anything.
Yeah, like it's. If you don't look at for like a really tightly written like crime thriller. It's not that. It's more of a comedy. It's a funny comedy.
It's more comedy than like Ocean's 11 style. Robbery.
It's like kind of slick, like heist. It's like this not.
This is just kind of having fun with. This is like a just fun and crazy heist show.
It's like there's a heist at the core of it, but the heist is not why you should be there.
It's a hillbilly Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
This is like
Lady Killers.
It's like if SNL was to make a redneck skit about Ocean's 11, this is kind of what it would turn out to be with better production value. But
and a lot of the stuff. There's some plot points that you just have to be like, okay, I guess that happened. And I'm okay with that.
You have to suspend disbelief, but in all crime capers,
I guess Ocean's 11 has the EMP, which is absurd.
Yeah, that's
and that they get there before the actual SWAT team and everything. The building but it's if anything, I would recommend. Considering some of the junk that came out last year, this is definitely one that's entertaining. The movie seemed like it was an hour long because
it moves
because the pacing is really good because it changes scenes. He doesn't linger too long on one thing. He changes scenes like at a smooth pace that the movie really flows really good.
What Mad movies came out last year?
Bad movies or
you said junk that came out last year, and I'm just like
there's just a whole lot of junk that came. Transformers for one.
You see that?
Which I obviously enjoyed.
You actually liked it, even with like the weird kid approach that it was taken.
And the 3 hours long.
Yeah. I don't care.
The word
guys. I know you hate me because of
I'm just saying it looked like it was way different from the other movies.
I actually liked it. Let me more than Dark of the Moon or whatever it's called.
Let me put it this way: in terms of all the sequels and Marvel comic movies and reboots and everything last year,
there wasn't a lot of
original
right.
non franchise shows that came out. This was something that got overlooked, but it's very entertaining and worth watching. If you don't want something that's a continuation, of
almost
all these franchises.
Not the other guys. What's the one with we watched it with the crime with they were
who's in it?
Investigators. One's a cop. I can't remember his name for this. He was in Gladiator. Wow.
Russell
Crowe. Nice Guys. That's what it is. Not the other guys. That's
they're investigators in that.
Yeah, but
it became this weird thing about the financial crisis at the end. That was a very strange movie. It came at a very strange time.
Nice Guys is a good movie, and that kind of came out of the blue, and no one really liked it.
Yeah, that was the bad thing was. The Nice Guys, it was right.
Chats of the world.
It was either right before or right after Alice in Wonderland, and then something else big too, because it was in May, and it got overlooked. It was I remember it was the same time as the Neon Demon too, but there was something big that had come out either the week before or the week after, and so Nice Guys, it just got.
It came out in the summer, which is not a good time.
It was the middle of May, and there was something right after it that just took all the thunder away, and it hardly did anything. But it's kind of in the same manner as the Nice Guys, you could say.
Well, I give it a medium bucket. It's worth of viewing. For sure. It's fun.
I'd say 3 out of 4 stars.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
Bless you, my son.
So, yeah, 750,000 stars out of 1,000,000 stars.
All right.
3/4 of 1,000,000 stars.
3/4 of 1,000,000 stars.
Taylor has to get back to his
stressing out about life,
stressing out about school and such.
About furthering his education.
Potentially jury duty.
All I know is these screenings are very fun, and I enjoy them. And I hope you who are listening enjoy our commentary about them.
Maybe it's our future selves.
It's probably our future selves.
With like a long gray beard, being like, "Oh, those were the days."
We should do it like Samurai Jack, where we should number the episodes in terms of Roman numerals, like how they date the film at the end with Roman numerals to the copyright year.
Yeah.
So we should do episode XVII.
I like that idea. That's fun. I will use it.
That's how they date the Samurai Jack episodes.
Is that you?
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I'm snapping my thing. Sorry.
Oh, I heard a thump. I was hoping it was not my kids waking up. All right, well, that's it. We got 750,000 stars from... What's your nickname?
I don't have one.
Taylor
We'll think of one. We're still working on that.
Dust Broom Tribe.
No.
And 3 out of 4 from...
I am a scientist.
Brain Rat Brains. Or no, Intermittent Brains.
Intermittent Brains.
And the Popcorn Priest gives it a medium bucket.
You have no idea how hard it was to time those stupid intermittents every time you have to put in a new one. Those things were a pain in the butt.
But we'll see you next time at the screening of movies. Thanks. All right, the section that you've been waiting for. Should or shouldn't you watch this? 5 reasons why you should watch Logan Lucky from 2017. Number 1, if you like Steven Soderbergh, you should check this out for sure. If you like heist movies, this is for you. Number 3, if you liked Ocean's 11 and you want to see the same director do a movie like it, but with people from the South, in his own words, an anti-glam version of Ocean's 11. Number 4, you like well-written comedy. And number 5, I put a question mark by this, but if you're down with some NASCAR, it's got a lot of NASCAR beats and vibe to it. So that's the reasons why you should watch Logan Lucky. Hit me up on the Twitters if you want to interact with the great Popcorn Priest, always at Popcorn Priest. I respond to every tweet. And next week, I might release this a little bit early, just for Halloween. We're reviewing Crimson Peak, the horror film from Guillermo del Toro. So join us for that. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.